All right, everybody, this is 1.5, your final angle pairs practice. Next lesson, we're going to have a quiz review, followed up by a quiz on section 1.5. All of the information from 1.5. So go back, use my website, okay, to review, and it's certainly the quiz review next lesson will be your key to passing the quiz. The instructions here is to find the value of the variables, then find the measure of each angle. Well, if you notice, we have vertical angles here. All right, I've been saying this each and every lesson. Vertical angles are congruent, so we can set them equal to each other. 2r plus 3 equals 89. We have a normal two-step equation here. We've been solving equations all year long. I'm going to subtract the constant of 3 on both sides, and my 3's cancel. 2r is equal to 86. I'm going to divide by 2 on both sides, and r is equal to 43 degrees. Okay, now we need to take the value of r, which is 43, and plug it in for r in the angle. 2 times 43 plus 3. 2 times 43 is 86. 86 plus 3, is 89 degrees. Okay, and that's correct because you know vertical angles are congruent, so they should be the same. We're going to continue with vertical angles here. We have 3x and 2x plus 16. Again, set them equal to each other. Now, I have variables on the left of my equal sign and variables on the right of my equal sign. I need to move one of them to the other side. I always suggest to move the smaller one. I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. 2x's cancel. 3x minus 2x is x, which equals 16. X is by itself, and so you've solved the equation. You need to plug that value of x, which is 16, into both angles now. So the first one is 3 times 16, and 3 times 16 is 48. So this is 48 degrees, and we know we've completed this question right if the next one comes out to 48 as well. 2 times 16 plus 16. Well, 2 times 16 is 32, and 32 plus 16 is 48 degrees. So that works out. Vertical angles are congruent, which means they should be the same degree. Again, we have more vertical angles here, creating that bow tie, okay? So 40 is equal to 12x minus 8. I'm going to add 8 to both sides. And 40 plus 8 is 48, which equals 12x. I'm going to divide by 12 on both sides. 12's cancel. X is equal to 4. Take that value of x, plug it into both, or actually there's only one this time, so it's 12 times 4 minus 8. Okay, 12 times 4 is 48, and 48 minus 8 is 40 degrees, which is congruent to its vertical angle on the other side. Okay, again, we have that bow tie effect, our vertical angles. So W plus 73 is equal to 152. Subtract 73 on both sides, and 73's cancel. We're left with W equals 152 minus 73 is 79. Okay, take that value of W, which is 79, and plug it in here, and we get 79 plus 73. And if you add those two together, the sum of 79 and 73 is 152 degrees. Again, you know it's correct because your vertical angles are always congruent. Okay. Here, we don't have that bow tie effect anymore. We have two angles that create a straight line, a linear pair, okay? So we need to add those together. 15t plus 20t plus 5 is equal to, and linear pairs equal 180 degrees. We're going to combine our like terms. 15 plus 20 makes 35t plus 5 equals 180. Normal two-step equation, subtract 5 on both sides, and 35t is equal to 175. Okay, 175 divided by 35 leaves us with t equals 5. Okay, now we need to plug that value of 5 into our angles here to find out their degree. The first one is 15 times 5, and 15 times 5 is 75 degrees. And the next one is 20 times 5 plus 5. Well, 20 times 5 is 100, and 100 plus 5 is 105 degrees. Okay, and we know this works because 105 and 75 makes 180 degrees, so it checks out. Okay, we're going to continue with linears. Here we have 6x plus 12x equals 180. This is 18x equals 180 because we combine our like terms. Now all you need to do is divide by 18 on both sides. X is equal to 10. Okay, we're going to plug this 10 in for our values of x, and we get 6 times 10 equals 60, and 12 times 10 equals 120. So 60 degrees and 120 degrees, and if you add those together, 60 and 120 makes 180. Here again, we have a linear pair, 78 degrees and 5y plus 2. So 5y plus 2 plus 78 equals 180. Combine your like terms. 5y plus 2 and 78 makes 80 equals 180. Subtract by 80 on both sides, and 5y is equal to 100. Divide by 5s on both sides, y equals 20. We're going to plug that value of y. Oops, sorry guys. We're going to plug that value of y into the angle here. So this becomes 5 times 20 plus 2. 5 times 20 is 100, plus 2 is 102 degrees. Your last one is your challenge problem. So if you look at the variables given, we have an x, a y, and an x. You're going to start with the variables that are the same, which are your x's. They're vertical angles, so you set them congruent to each other. 7x minus 2 is equal to 11x minus 34. We have an x value on the left and an x value on the right of your equal sign. Move the smaller one over. Here we have negative 2 equals 4x minus 34. Add 34 to both sides, and we get 32 equals 4x. Divide by 4 on both sides, and x equals 8. Okay, now that we know x equals 8, I need to plug it in for the value of x. So we have 7 times 8 minus 2, and we also have 11 times 8 minus 34. Well, 7 times 8 is 56 minus 2, which makes 54 degrees. 11 times 8 is 88 minus 34, which is 54 degrees. Okay. Now, all you have to solve for is y. If you notice, these angles make a linear pair, or you could use the other side. Okay. Doesn't necessarily matter. So we have 18y plus 54 degrees equals, and linear pairs make 180. Subtract by 54 on both sides. And we're left with 18y equals 180 minus 54 is 126. Divide both sides by 18, and y is equal to 7. Okay. In order to solve for 18y, it's just 18 times 7, which is 126 degrees. Okay. Again, we're going to do a review next class for your quiz.